afternoon. I have the great honour of being with SAMI HINKKA from the amazing Ensiferum, and we're going to talk about the tour, the album, and the future of your other little bits and pieces as well.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Sammy. You're looking remarkably healthy to say that this is your 8th country in about 12 days, I believe.
Yeah, well, I was wise enough, we've been in the UK so many times, so I was wise enough not to drink last night too much. So,
right.
Because the ferry ride is pretty early. Like I said, we were woken up like 5 a.m. so after like 2 hours sleep. And some of us, no names mentioned, still continue drinking on a ferry. They might be a little bit tired now.
Okay.
The sound check. I get to skip the sound check while I'm doing the interviews.
Has it gone well this tour?
It's going really well. I dare to say it's the best tour we ever made.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we've never had so big audiences. Well, it's definitely a result of, well, I dare to say, a good album.
Yes.
But extremely strong package of three good bands. So.
Because they upgraded you at Budapest, I noticed. They put you in a bigger venue.
Yeah, and like today's show was sold out already in advance. Yesterday in Paris there were like way over 900 people. Also in Switzerland there were sold out venues. It's going really well, and yeah, people are having a really good time.
That's good to hear. I can't wait to see it tonight. But you're going to America after this sort of big American, US, Canadian tour with Corby Klarner.
Yes.
What type of venues do you play in America? How does this style of music go down there?
Actually, really well. But of course, North America is so vast. There's so many places to visit. You have to build it up slowly. But I guess again, it's a really strong package to do a tour with Corby Klarner and Trollfest. So I guess we're playing. I would say anything between 300 and 1,000, depending on the city.
Right. Yeah, because you did the Pagan Fest a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think we did quite a few. We were on the very first back in 2008.
Right.
That was quite a ride because nobody really knew what's coming up, and it was really crazy lineup with Turisas and Corby Klarner. Good times.
Good stuff, yeah. So it's good to hear that the scene is growing in America anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely getting bigger, and there are like local bands also which are trying to make it even bigger. So it would be nice to get one of the local bands as a support band also to kind of give the boost for them also.
Yeah. And then you have a season of festivals in the late summer, including is it your 3rd appearance at Bloodstock?
At least. Maybe 4th.
Maybe third or fourth anyway. But Summer Breeze, Wacken, Hellfest. That's a pretty good, pretty good run. That is.
It is. Big festivals. So it's really nice to do that after the new album, because when you do like smaller festivals where you're headlining, probably like 80% of the people know you already.
Yeah.
But now playing big festivals, there are thousands of people who have never even heard of your band, so it's also for the promotion for the new album, it's really good. And of course, the feeling if you're playing for 50,000 people,
Yeah. What's the best one then? Wacken, Hellfest?
Impossible to say.
Because you're pretty much Wacken veterans now.
Yeah, we have played there many times, but Wacken, we have really warm memories from Wacken. I think it was 2008. It was raining like 5 minutes before our show, and we were playing like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. We were like, nobody's gonna be there. Maybe like 2 rows of people, and just minutes before the show starts, we get on stage and you can't see the end of people. It's what?
Good.
It felt really good.
Yeah. So, do festivals beat your own headlining gigs then, or as a personal experience?
They're totally different kind of shows. Personally, I love like today's show, especially if there's no like photo pit or anything. If people are there
in your face,
yes,
you see the whites of the eyes,
the sweat and everything. I love it even more. It's more intimate. But of course, big festivals are like an ego trip.
Right, yeah.
Because if you have like tens of thousands of people there sing along. It feels incredible, but it's more anonymous in a way. Even though you wanna have contact with people that are there so far. But yeah, I really love festivals because they're totally different kind of shows, and you know, play a show, summer, you know, sun is shining, cold drinks, great people, great band.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Okay, let's. We mentioned the album a couple of times, and I've noticed, having read the lyrics, having stood through the album plenty of times, it's not a concept album, but there's definitely a thread running through most of the songs on there.
Probably because I wrote all the lyrics, even though it wasn't intentional. But
did you take inspiration from the Kalarak again?
a little bit. But if you think about Kalevala as a like national book of Finland, and I think it's kind of universal thing that in every country's mythology, every culture's mythology, there are certain kind of stereotypes of certain people. Well, stereotype is the wrong word. What's the word? Caricatures.
Right, I see.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay, it's alright.
Of certain kind of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can relate to them, not, you know, people who are pretty much like those people. So, I think that's also one thing why it's quite easy to relate to our lyrics, because they are quite universally written.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though they are really personal to me, but of course I don't want to reveal it too much.
Okay.
There's too many details in the lyrics, and also afterwards I don't like to explain the lyrics too much because I really want people to have the freedom to interpret it as they want. Because there are many fans who just, you know, just grab their drinking horn and sword and say yes, you know, into battle, right?
Yeah.
But somebody might have a like more philosophical approach, and that's, you know, no right or wrong, and I don't want to be the asshole to ruin it.
Okay.
You know, these lyrics are just about this. There's no right or wrong in art.
Open to interpretation there,
Yes,
that's cool.
yes.
So if I asked you, who is the warrior without a war?
I think everybody can relate to that. Depending, when you get enough life experience, I think everybody can relate to that.
Okay, yeah. And is the warrior without a war also the one-man army?
Could be.
Okay.
You know,
once again, open to interpretation.
exactly. That's a really good question. Because one thing I like about writing lyrics is that they reflect not just the present time, but also that the progress. You know, some lyrics might be, if it would be a concept album, which is not, but if you think about it as a concept album, there would be a concept album. Some lyrics might be from this part, and some from here, and some from here. So not every song is necessarily like the end result, the resolution. So, some lyrics might be a picture of a certain period of time, and not necessarily like the end result or the end of the line, if you know what I mean. This is kind of hard. It will be even hard in Finnish. But yeah, it could be same guy.
Okay.
Same person in a different situation.
Right. And how does it all relate to your figurehead on the album cover? I forget his name right now. And,
You mean the dude?
Yeah.
He's actually kind of our mascot. He's like, well, we're big Iron Maiden fans. He's our Eddie. Someday maybe we have a 3-meter high robot.
That would be very good. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be the way to go on that. What about the Two of Spades?
I knew this is coming.
It can't be ignored. It's completely different to anything else that you've ever done. And I've got to ask you, are you a Boney M fan?
Yes, I am.
You are a Boney M fan, okay.
Who is it? I'm a bass player, you know. I have to love funk. I used to play funk in funk bands and everything. So when the crazy idea came, I can't remember exactly the moment where the disco thing kind of popped up in a rehearsal room. But the mentality in Ensiferum is if we do something, you don't just flirt with it, you do it 110%.
Yeah.
So when we went to the studio, we told Ensiferum, the recorder producer guy, that okay, can you actually make like 70s drum sound? Hell yeah. We used different kind of things on drums to make it sound kind of crappier. But anyway, the disco thing, the weird thing is it actually fits the story. And since we got this Finnish Schlager alpha male Frederick to do guest vocals, you know, all his songs are like really macho stuff.
Right.
And you know, a lot of women and da-da-da-da. So it fits the song perfectly. So yeah, so it's not just something weird just because it's weird. No, it's actually something that fits the whole song. And it's incredible. This is something I meant to say in the beginning about the whole tour. This is definitely the first tour we have very strong reaction from the fans for the new songs. Usually it takes like two people are like, yeah, okay, how about some more stuff? But now, like Two of Spades, it's crazy. You know, people go crazy. And even Horde, they sing along, and it feels really good. You know, the album just came out like a few weeks ago, and they already know the lyrics, and yeah, they do.
And the album went to #1 in Finland?
Yes, and it's still in top 50. So
Right,
it's incredible. It's been 4 weeks with this kind of music. It's wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, how does it feel having a #1 album in your home country? That must
I really don't even get it. It's so weird. Even though Finland is like a metal country, and you know we have radio stations that play Amorphis and stuff like that, but still it feels. Of course, we feel very honored by it. And huge thanks to our fans who still buy albums. And of course, it feels really good that even though record sales are going down everywhere, like in Germany, we hit the same spot last time, but we got information that it sold much more than the previous.
Okay.
So the sales are getting up, so it feels like really. Thank you.
It's well deserved.
Well, thank you, and you know that's a thing that keeps the scene alive, and the labels. You know, it's not music charity; it's music business. You know, they always take a big risk investing tens of thousands of euros to albums and to promotion and everything.
So I'm presuming the switch from Spinefarm to Metal Blade has gone extremely well then?
Yeah, definitely. Even though we are still good friends with Spinefarm and there was no drama or anything, but this was just a moment that we had to do something differently. You know, we had new management and anyway, the song like seemed to be a little bit different, and the atmosphere was like this is like a fresh start. You know, even though the band is 20 years old, but so we needed to do changes, and Metal Blade has been incredible, and they're always coming up with ideas, and they ask we met them on this tour. They asked, how about next DVD? And we were like, yeah, we talked about it years ago, and we even shot some material, and we had like a really good theme for it. And we talked about this. They said, yeah, let's do it.
Brilliant.
What? So at some point we're gonna do a DVD. Don't tell anyone. But anyway, this and next year are probably gonna be so busy that we don't have time. But the idea is there, and it feels really good that the label is really excited about you, and they are willing to support you all the way. It's really good. I'm really looking forward to meet the guys in LA, and apparently there's gonna be some Metal Blade party in It's a summer breeze. Yes. So.
That could get messy.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully the next day is.
Yeah, sure. Well, the final question that I have for you, Sammy, is how are you going to follow One Man Army? Where do you go from there? How do you build on such a massive opus?
I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I would have like really intelligent answer. We try to keep it really down to earth. You know, we try to remember what it was to be like a teenager writing your first own song. That you just care about if it sounds good, if it feels good for the whole band, then keep it. And that's why, you know, you end up having disco on the album or the last song, Neito Pohjola, because we feel this is good, we like this, it's on the album. And yeah, that's how we work. And we're now already working with the next album, and I can tell it's gonna be a little bit different again.
Okay.
This was already pretty massive with really big choirs and everything. So
Yeah.
let's see. The next one will be something different.
Okay. Well, still a lot more enjoyment to go from this. Looking very much forward to the gig tonight. And One Man Army is out now on Metal Blade Records. Buy it because it's brilliant. Sammy, Kitos.
Oh, thank you, sir. It was my pleasure.